guys, welcome back to my channel Raising Health, and I am Colleen the coach. Okay guys, if you haven't watched my channel before, this is a teaching channel and I'm here to teach you how to eat right for life with food you can trust. And what we practice here is nutrition you can trust. Okay, trustworthy nutrition. So we don't do processed foods, we don't do things out of cans, we don't do things out of boxes. We just stick to what is natural and we make sure that we get everything in, and we are nutrient chasers. So guys, okay, so firstly, I hope everyone is having a really good week. I'm still stunned that February is pretty much done and dusted. I mean, really, you know, and we've had snow. I mean, one day we were like snowed in, 2 days ago we were like snowed in, and then the very next day, because the sun was shining so brightly, I thought it was a really good idea to take one of my clients and do like a bit of road walking. And I'm telling you, I felt like the mucus in my nostrils was freezing. Okay, guys, I am really excited about this video because I have designed a brand spanking new 10-day Rezone Diet. Okay, so people who have known me from the past, you know what my last 10-day detox looked like, but I wanted it to be like the Rolls Royce. Okay, so I started writing a book a couple of months ago, a workbook on how to do 10-day Rezone diets. And seriously guys, I'm going to get this book out at the end of this month, hopefully the end of this month. Check my finger, got a big fat band-aid on it because I've been using my finger on my mouse, and this week I was so determined to try and finish this book because another exciting thing is taking place. I've got almost 20 people starting the 10-day Rezone Diet on the 23rd of February. So tomorrow we're all getting together on WhatsApp and we are prepping and planning, and it's going to be a very exciting week. And I'm serious guys, like I've got people from all over the world doing this. It's like I've got one in, okay, not all over the world, I'm exaggerating, but one in New Zealand, one in Cyprus, 2 in America, and the rest across Cape Town, Joburg, and Durban in South Africa. So you guys in South Africa, I'm really getting nervous about the South Africans on the WhatsApp chat group because I've put together like a WhatsApp chat group, and most of them are all existing clients, so they all know me from the past. So this is going to be so fun, and I'm going to keep you guys posted because I can promise you right now, like this is going to be an eating plan that will change your life. I can assure you of that much. Okay, so it's pretty intense, I must say. So when you decide to embark on your 10 days, you kind of need to like clear the diary, okay? Clear the calendar, because this is an intense 10 days and it's all about you. So what is the 10-day Rezone Diet? Okay, this is a plan that I've put together, which, as I said earlier, we're going to be you'll be planning and prepping up front a good week before. Like for example, the guys who are starting next week, they are going to be doing their toxicity test. So they'll start off with their toxicity test, and they're going to go on to a lot of prepping and planning, because in the book you're going to be getting food tips, shopping lists, the do's and the don'ts and the whats, you name it, what to expect, what to do when your body starts actually eliminating toxins. So guys, it's like seriously intense, and it's so amazing. And I've really put together some amazing practices, because you know, the nutrition is one thing, okay, we'll go back to that in a second, but you know, there's a whole lot of other practices you need to be doing. So one of the really great ones is journaling. Like seriously guys, you know what, so in the book you actually get a journal book. Okay, so I put together a journal book for you, and for 10 days there are going to be questions, and you are really going to dig deep into what is going on and what is transpiring. So really what the Rezone Diet is, it's just rezoning you into a better lifestyle. And I'm serious guys, we can do it in 10 days, because I mean, the results I've had with the previous detoxes have been phenomenal. Like ladies have lost between 3, I think the most has been 7, which I thought was crazy because I can kind of understand 3 or 4, you know, and then the guys are a different ball game altogether. They lose like 4 to 8. But guys, it's not about the weight loss, because part of that is just water retention. You're eliminating toxins. Your body's just really getting all revved up. What you'll also perhaps find is maybe your stomach is working a lot more, or perhaps you find it isn't. But I can tell you right now, there are all sorts of tricks and hacks to a 10-day Rezone diet. And the most important thing is how you're going to feel at the end. Okay, so just going back to why should you do the Rezone diet? Basically, guys, once you're feeling a little bit overloaded, okay, it's just that feeling of feeling sluggish. Perhaps you've had holidays. I know this one lady who, honestly, she is perfect. But you know what? She comes back from her holidays and she goes, Colleen, I just need to do a reset. And then I'll do an eating plan for her that is obviously going to help her not lose more weight. But, because having a reboot is not just about losing weight, guys. It's about eliminating toxins as well out of your body so that you can just live a much better life and just have more well-being. Okay. So just a little tip on toxins, okay? So I don't know if any of you have had this experience where you're on an eating plan and you're sticking to it. And seriously, you're sticking to your eating plan. You're expecting a plateau, but it's not time for the plateau. All sorts of things are taking place. I kid you not. It's probably happened. So when your body is overloaded with toxins and they have nowhere to go, they go sit in your fat cells. So what that means is it really becomes quite tough to lose weight. And the reason why I implement intermittent fasting into all of this is that it's like a double whammy. It's a proper double whammy. So, and I'm still convinced that the type of food we eat, and trust me guys, there are some foods that are unlimited, and you'll get your proteins in and you'll get your fats in. I can tell you right now, I've even incorporated recipes that I've got an avocado chocolate mousse recipe, I've got a shortbread cookie recipe for you. So you know what guys, this is not all about hammering yourself. Food is not the enemy. Sugar and alcohol and indulging and not taking care of yourself and eating too many processed meals and takeouts, that is the problem. So let's get back to why you should do the Rezone diet. So firstly, most people want to lose weight. Okay, I get that. But seriously, you will lose weight on this. And if you are struggling and you do not want to lose weight, but you just want to have a bit of a reboot like my clients who came back from a holiday feeling awfully sluggish, you just then amend your quantities and your portions. But that's a different topic altogether. So what does the Rezone diet look like? Okay, so what the Rezone diet looks like, as I've explained to you, you're going to be journaling every day for 10 days. You're going to be picking your intermittent fasting times, which I recommend as 16/8. So for example, if you start eating at 12 o'clock in the day, you finish at 8 o'clock at night. And the funny thing is, I'm finding a lot of people more prone to finishing their dinner a little bit earlier, which is quite cool because you can start eating at 10 in the morning and then finish at 6, or you can 11, so you just pick what works for you. You really and truly pick what works for you. What you can expect when you do this 10-day Rezone diet. Okay guys, day 1, we're going to be alkalining your body and just preparing you for the juice cleanse, which is going to be day 2 and 3. We'll get to that in a second. Oh guys, another tip, seriously, start on a Friday. I mean it. I've had so many people come and say, no, we want to do it while we're at the office. I can kid you not, it doesn't work. It really, I've had the odd people who have managed to wing it. But seriously guys, it's not really part of what the journey is. You've got to pick these 10 days and you really have to commit. You've got to commit to yourself, and I highly recommend, unless you have weekdays where you don't have to be in the office, that's a different story. But really, your first 3 days, honestly, you really need to pick a space or time where the diary is cleared and you can just get on with your detox, okay, with your Rezone cleanse. So it's really important that you pick your 10 days and you go for it and you commit to it. Nothing must get in the way of your 10 days. Your friends, goodbye, you name it. You just, the parties will be there when you finished your 10 days. And I'm serious, guys, you're going to feel amazing. Really, really amazing. Honestly, you know how many people on this one now that I'm doing, most of the people that are there, I think, most of the people have done so many of these detoxes with me, and they're doing this because they know the results they're going to get. And this really will kickstart you. Okay, back to day 2 and 3. Oh, sorry, day 1, I've got 3 soup recipes for you to choose from. So what we do for day 1 within your intermittent fasting times, We then have our soup day, and this really just starts, the soup's unlimited, you know, and it comes off your eat freely vegetable list. Yes, you have a list where you can eat as much as you like, okay? So the vegetables come out of the eat freely vegetable list, and they're really delicious. Honestly, guys, the soups are delicious. The cauliflower soup, I'm telling you, this cauliflower soup has become famous because years later, and people are still telling me about their cauliflower soup. Oh, and you'll be taking a ginger shot every day. So you'll be, if you have a juicer, I've got the recipe there for you on the ginger shot. So you've got your soup recipes, you've got your juice recipes. When you do your 2 days of juicing, you have got your ginger shot recipe. Okay, so by day 2 and 3, this is when you aren't feeling so great, guys. So this is why it is so important. Please don't go to the office. Do not go to shopping centers. It's in the book. It tells you what not to do. Don't go to the shops. The smells, I kid you not, like, it's so weird. Like, I've done detoxes before, or fasting, and I've run into the supermarkets. Oh my gosh, it's like, I smell things I didn't even know I could smell. Like, all sorts of things are going on with the smells. And I start wanting things I've never even eaten in my life. I was so fascinated the one time. I don't eat raw tomatoes. I don't enjoy them. And my goodness, I was craving a raw tomato, like weird stuff. And just other little tips of how you may or may not feel on day 2 and 3. Like, I'm going to give you just some of my own experiences. Like, I've had detoxes where I've hit day 2. I have been so out of it, like, so just not feeling so great. But you know why? I did not do the 1 week prep before. Seriously, guys, that 1 week prep before, I'm going to tell you in that book, you're going to know, like, you've got to cut back on your coffee. You've got to start upping your water intake. There's a whole lot of preparation to this 10 days, you know. Your body's going to war, you know. It's going to be working like crazy. And you know, I think on day 2, you might just start feeling cranky. You might feel that you have a few cravings. You could be, all sorts of things could be taking place. But guys, you just kind of have to suck it up. That's why I don't want you to be at the office. Just relax, you know. And then there's a lot of practices. Oh, you know what is your friend on those 2 days? Is your ginger shots. Those ginger shots are incredible if you're dealing with any nasty side effects. Okay, so what's really important to take into account is that you're not sick. Your body's just eliminating toxins. And you know what? You might get tired. You might feel moody and cranky. It's almost like a bad case of PMS. You know, it's not that bad, because I can tell you right now, by the time you hit day 4, you're not going to know what hit you, because you're genuinely not going to know what hit you. 3 days, guys, seriously, 3 hard days, you can do that, right? For those kind of results, I mean, I'm sure you'll do it. So when we start, and of course, then while you're feeling these nasty detox symptoms, which, guys, it's in the book, it'll tell you exactly how to handle absolutely everything. I just don't want to be boring you with too many stories right now. Okay, guys, you know, and then once you get started, you're going to have your journal. You're going to be journaling every day. You're going to have your daily practices, which would be something like your power hour. My power hour, I actually had to write it down because I keep forgetting. Like, I'll do 10 minutes of body brushing, 10 minutes of jumping on my trampoline. I love jumping on my trampoline because it just really aids my lymphatic system. And it just kind of like just gets everything going, you know. While all that's taking place, oh, another thing I love doing as well, I love doing cupping, like silicone cups. So if my body's feeling a little bit achy, I'll get my cups out as well. But ultimately, I would do like 20 minutes taking a lovely Epsom salts detox bath. That's in the book as well. Learn how to do your dry skin body brushing. The one thing the 2 things I really love about these 10 days. The one is I'm going to encourage you to do silent walking. Okay, you pick a day and you go silent walking. I've got a video on silent walking, so I'm going to share it with you. Just look below. There'll be a link, and you can learn how to do some silent walking. And I'll put a couple of links in here as well, because I think I've got some other videos too, which will also maybe just help you with intermittent fasting and that type of thing. But guys, it's all there. You know, like everything you need to know will be in your book. The Rezone Diet honestly will change your life. But I want to tell you the most exciting part about the Rezone Diet. This is what I love, other than the silent walking, is I promote a detox date. So there was a time I did a detox date, and it was actually during the pandemic time. And I had been driving past this coffee shop. I was staying in a little coastal town during the pandemic. and I kept wanting to go into this coffee shop. And eventually, the weather was bad. I wasn't quite sure what to do with myself on my dates. So I thought, let me go to that coffee shop. I tell you, I kid you not, I spent the entire afternoon there. I met such an amazing lady, and it really was amazing. So honestly, guys, it is so important to do this date. In fact, what I would do is I would take like an afternoon or a morning, just depends what your schedule looks like, and maybe do your silent walk, and then from your silent walk, as you end that, go into your detox dates. Honestly, it is amazing, you know, when you're just taking everything in and just looking around you and just observing. It is such a powerful tool. And you know, I encourage that, because it's not just about eating and nutrition and detoxing and fasting. It's about, you know, being kind to yourself. And self-care is something, for some reason, I don't know why we do this. I'm guilty, guys. I'm guilty as well. Self-care goes out the window when the going gets tough. And then you just need something to bring you back. Okay, just bring you back to reality. And seriously, okay, I've got another best thing about this Rezone Diet, and that's day 9 and 10. Okay, so what day 9 and 10 has done, I decided to keep day 9 and 10 super flexible and just start having a little bit of fun. So what I have also noticed in the past with all my clients doing the 10-day detox, and they start on a Friday and they go all the way through to the following Friday. So basically that's like 8 days, you know, like it's an intense 8 days. So when the following weekend comes around, everyone's wanting to relax into it. And then people are going, and then everyone's like panicking for Monday. Like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? How do we go forward? What I've done for day 9 and 10, I've just incorporated some really cool stuff. Okay, so don't judge. But trust me, this is optional. And you know, as I said to you, you know, once you've done 8 days, your body's like done a pretty good detox, I can assure you. And with all those practices we're putting in as well, the power hour and the intermittent fasting, and of course we've done the juicing. Seriously, like when you get to day 9, you want to just like really get excited about life. So I have incorporated, everything's around portion control by the way, but I've incorporated a glass of organic red wine. And you know, guys, it's also about self-control. I mean, you should be able to have 1 glass of wine with your lunch or your dinner. You know what I'm saying? Just one, you know. So this is also about you practicing a bit of discipline here and only having 1 glass. And then also I've offered you guys 1 slice of sourdough bread, because maybe you want to go for breakfast on Saturday morning, you know, and you can have some sourdough toast, you can have eggs, you can have your mushrooms, grilled tomatoes, you name it, guys. Okay, and then on these 2 days as well, we can incorporate coffee back, so 1 cup of coffee a day. But you know, I tell you what, you get to day 9, and you just like, you're not really in the mood for coffee. I often go off coffee when I'm busy detoxing. And in fact, when I finish the detox, it sometimes takes me ages to get back into my coffee, because I just get so used to drinking my herbal teas, you know. So that's pretty cool as well. And another thing we'll offer you is some dark chocolate, like 75+% dark chocolates, you know, 2 blocks of chocolates. And so we've spoken about the coffee, we've spoken about the wine, we've spoken about the chocolate and the sourdough. So they're like, oh yes, and that's the 5th thing. You know what, from day 4 to 8, I haven't encouraged, really try to keep it plant-based. So I haven't really encouraged, I have put fish in as an option for some people, and there is eggs as an option. But when we get to day 9 and 10, I have offered you guys to perhaps have a piece of lean red meat, you know. And guys, I'm telling you now, like, I don't recommend that, okay? I really don't, because your gut will you'll feel immediately the second you get that red meat into your gut. Your gut now has been reset, it's healed. The intermittent fasting, while the intermittent fasting is going on, you know, those 16 hours of not eating, everything is repairing. I mean, all your organs are operating. But guys, I want to just say something about the dry skin body brushing. You know, your skin is your biggest organ, and toxins come out your skin. You've got to brush, okay? You have to dry skin body brush. You want to open those pores. You want to get rid of any blockages, okay? So that's a super important practice to have. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you food lists as well. I can't remember if I mentioned that, but there's all the different product bases. I'm going to guide you on what to select as well. Okay, so what is left? So guys, honestly, if you're just looking to just have a genuine reset, I would recommend this. Okay, I'll keep you posted. This book is going to go out in the next month, and I really think you'll enjoy this journey. It really is powerful, like super powerful. And guys, honestly, I've lost count on how many people I've taken through detoxes, you know, and everything I have personally learned from every single solitary person. I've taken all the learnings and practices and put it into one batch of 10 days. So this is going to be really cool. I mean, I've been doing these 10-day detoxes with clients honestly since the late 90s, you know. So I am so convinced that this is going to be one of the most life-changing plans in the world. I'll aim high. Okay guys, I think that's it for me now. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It's free. As I said earlier, I'm here to teach you how to eat right for life with food you can trust. I promote honest nutrition. And seriously, like, I know, you know, it gets a little bit overwhelming because everyone is talking to you, you know, you go onto the internet and there's this and there's that, and everyone is so confused. Guys, just stick to the basics. Stick to natural foods. You can't go wrong. When it comes out of a box, I mean, seriously, do you really classify that as like trustworthy food? Nah, that is not trustworthy food. If you're in the shops and you pick up something and you're in doubt, if you're in doubt, just go without, because seriously, you don't need it. You do not need it. Because if you've got to question it, it can't be good, cannot be good. Look, I'm just generalizing, but you know, I'm just telling you, get off the processed foods, get off the sugar, cut back on coffee, limit your alcohol, cut back on all your refined white flours, etc. Your life will change. Okay guys, thank you so much. I just really love, you know, connecting with you each week, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I sincerely hope, oh guys, I offer a free health assessment, okay, on my website. I'm gonna just put that down on the content assessments, and seriously, go on there, fill it in. It comes straight back to me. I will then make contact once I've gone through it, and I will be able to give you a 20-minute free consultation, okay? And I'm telling you now, I'm not the worst sales lady on the planet. I'm not going to try and sell you anything. I'm going to just tell you what I think you should be doing based on the findings and what your goals are. Simple as that. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and I will catch you again next week.